Hi everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. So I am working away here on Macaria. So it has dried overnight and I'm excited to get going. I've picked out a bunch of things that I want to use for it. And a while ago, I had a few people ask me questions about, do I dye my laces? What do I do with them? So here is a batch right here of lace that I've just dyed. So this is all coffee dyed and tea dyed lace. It all just depends on what I've made that day, and it gives slightly different tones. And then this is some lace that I've dyed pink with a fabric dye. So why do I have them out, you're wondering? Well, I'm thinking about adding a couple of pieces of lace onto this cover on the spine, and just like maybe this and then like this potentially. So I would first glue them down, and then I would actually go around with my sewing machine and stitch them right onto the book. Just like a little free form. I won't cover the Macaria on the title, or on the spine rather, but that will cover the spine up nicely and also just give a bit of a decorative kind of fun feel to it. So and I actually like the pink. I think I will do that. So why don't we just go ahead and do that, and we'll get the gluing done, and then I'll talk to you about the materials that I've chosen for the book. So it is the last day of my vacation week that I took off to just kind of hang out with my kids and my in-laws and just do birthday kind of planning stuff. And yeah, I can't say I'm looking forward to going back to work, but are we ever? That's where they say, do something that you love and you'll never work a day in your life. But usually those things don't really pay the bills. So, as beautiful a dream as that can be, for some of us that might happen. I hope it happens for more people in the future, but these days, I'm not so sure. Okay, let's just pull this up a little bit. Yep, that's good. Okay. Just giving it a little bit of a press before I do the next one. Come on, glue. There we go. Kind of going on all the more solid parts of the lace, like the actual flowers, not on the netting in between. And then, like I mentioned, I will be stitching it on, so not to worry too much here. Okay, how did I want to do that? About like this, I think. Keep most of the purling right on the spine itself. Okay, well, that overlaps a little, so that's nice. We can still see Macaria. We can still see the author's name, Augusta Evans Wilson. Okay. Now, put the pin back in the bottle here, and I will just set that aside to dry so that in a little while I can do my stitching with it. So now I'll show you the materials that I've chosen for the book so far. So we had already these 3 little pieces of paper from the book that I'll put back in, and I will just set them over here. Okay, so I found this cabinet card. This is from Toronto, and this was just a little cabinet card that I picked up in an antique store, and I felt like this could be a depiction of Macaria. I'm going to use that as her name, I think, as we go through this book. I think I'm just going to call her Macaria. I know that there's an Electra in this book, but I'm going to call her Macaria because I just think that's a cool name. So yeah, that's her. Then I have this scrap of wallpaper border here, and I want to use it to make a couple pockets. Now some of it is a little bit roughed up here, so I'm going to cut off the end and probably just go to about here. I'll probably just cut this into several sections that could be used as pockets, and I will definitely be backing it, so even if it's a little bit, worse for wear, not a problem. I'll get rid of this one because it has the price tag on it. And then this has the old tape on it, so we'll get rid of that section as well. Just get rid of all that. I have a ton of this stuff, so oops, so I'm not too concerned about throwing some away. Just gonna move my lace basket out of the way here. Okay. So then we'll just cut a few more. We're probably not going to use all of these, but we'll just give them a quick cut just to make it a little more manageable. And we know that we have them here to be used for pockets. So then I chose a few just random digitals from different creators out of my collection that I have on my computer. So I got like things that had blue and florals in them because I feel like the book is going to have those underlying themes. This one is so pretty. It's these kind of weathered florals with lots of blue. Probably tea stain the back of the papers or do some blue, something blue. These pretty watercolory roses. And then I cut out this little page, or I printed out this little page of these kind of fun little tags. So I will give those a cut out as well in a little bit. I'll just set them aside for now. I'm going to set everything ephemera related maybe just aside for now. So then I have these papers here that I just got. These really interesting tiny little like ledgery type papers. All of these have to get trimmed down to like 4.5 by 7.5. Yeah. But we'll do the folding first. Okay. And then these are just normal like lined paper, but I've dyed the edges blue. These are going to be our plain pages. So I think I'm going to go out today and do a little bit of thrifting and pick a nice lot because it's supposed to get very snowy this weekend, I think. Not as bad as what I'm hearing for upstate New York, though. It sounds like they're going to get walloped with snow. Then I'm going to put this page of ink and paper. Inked paper art in my journal. I really love this paper. It's so pretty. And then I found this nice book page. So on this side we have this. This woman is illuminating a globe against the moon and trees here. And then on this side we have her here. So I think I'm probably going to measure this. Let me see where 4.5 gets me here. That's exactly where I would want it to go to, I think. Yeah, good there. Okay. Yep, that will be perfect. Okay, and I want it to go into the center of one of the signatures this way. Yes. Let's keep it straight. Okay. And this is a little fly page from a book. Oops, just one moment. Sorry about that. I completely forgot I had a little interview this morning with an organization that I'm volunteering for. So now these are pages. They're digitals from Release the Craftin' that I have some extras printed of. So I thought I would use them because they're just beautiful and blue and nice. And if you're looking for them, they are from her winter, one of her winter kit. I can't recall which one, what it is called at the moment. But if you go to her Etsy shop and just search for winter, I think you will find it pretty quickly. So it's pretty cold outside today, and the new dog Rex requires a couple of good daily walks, so I'm going to be bundling up a lot. My husband's doing the lion's share of the walking this week, but I'm going to need to do my share as well. Okay. And then these are some cabbage dyed pages, which I need to do some dyeing this week, maybe. A little more cabbage dyed paper because I'm running low. Sorry for that interruption. I totally had another phone call because everybody was just, you know, dying to talk to me today. I don't know why. Okay, so what I did in the meantime though is I did stitch on our lace here, and I'm just looking for, I don't know where my scissors went, buried under all this paper, I'm sure. So I'm just going to trim the long threads, and I'm using pink thread in my sewing machine to sew this on because that's actually what was already there, but I would have changed it had I not already had pink thread, because it will just go nicely with the lace. So okay, so you'll see on the inside I sew directly through the book. Older books are a little easier to sew through than like a newer book because they're a little softer. The book gets a little soft over time. But you'll see I did stitch all the way around, and then I went back over here and did some stitching. I do back stitch at the beginning and the end, so I stitched all around here. I was just being careful not to hit sequins or beads with the needle. The beads, it can navigate between them quite easily, but if you hit a sequin, you can actually kind of mess up your sewing machine, so just be careful with that. Okay, so this is what the cover will look like now. We'll have this nice bit of lace. This will be our spine, and this will be our back. So it's just a nice kind of extra to make the book pretty. It's nice. So, okay. So that part's done. Now I'll go back to just kind of folding. So fold these papers. I did grab a couple more while I was on the phone. Kind of, when I'm on the phone, I'm always like wandering around. I used to when I was younger. Oh my goodness. I used to talk on the phone a lot. You know, back in the day when we used to call people. I think I used to get the most steps in ever. Like when I used to talk on the phone, because I have such a problem sitting still when I'm on the phone. I've always been that way. So this, I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with it yet. It's a doily that I have avocado dyed. I'm just thinking about different ways that I might want to use it. I'm almost thinking it would be really cool to back it with paper and then use it as a page this way. It could even be a pocket if we wanted it to be a pocket. But these are so delicate that I typically like to do some kind of a backing. So I'll just set that aside and we'll think about it. Then I have this blue bandana. It's not actually necessarily just paper. It's like a plasticky paper. I don't know. I found a whole package of them and I think that's the last one. And then I grabbed a couple pieces of avocado dyed paper because, again, we're going for like blue and rose tones, I think. Right, so now we're down to, those are the pages for now, and I don't want to overstuff this journal. So these are things that I have that I want to use as ephemera. So this is a pocket. It's really cute. Sweet Pea Curiosities on Etsy. It's from a kit. Then I found this magazine page of this wedding dress on a tree, 1986. I just thought it was a pretty image that I might try to use. And then I had a few random digitals, eclectic eggplant printables. So yeah, these are some fun buttons. These are like perfume labels maybe, or remedy labels. And these are like I think soap labels. So they're kind of cute, and I thought they would be nice. And then I've decided I want to try to limit myself a little bit with my ephemera making to using a couple things. One is this old 1936 Weldon's Ladies Journal. So I think I'll try to make a lot of ephemera using things out of this, because I just think it's like a charming, you know, there's a lot of charming fun ads and that sort of thing. And then, you know, it just kind of goes along with this book. So, and it's got like a tea colored kind of color to it. And then also I will use parts of this Ideals scrapbook. Maybe I'll see if there's some nice verses and some images and stuff in here, because it's got some nice blues and some nice pinks. So those are my plans for this. So next step I think is to just maybe try to cut down all this paper to the 4.5 by 7.5 and see how much, how many pages we have in each signature. And I might add some tea-dyed paper too. Then it's going to be on to ephemera making. So hang it with you for a little bit longer as I cut this paper. Just get all of my extra stuff out of the way here. Okay. So we have 4.5 by 7.5. Just a cute little journal. I've been making these behemoth journals lately, so I just want to make one that's a little smaller. I also want to try to get through making a few more sort of standard sized journals that are a little more budget friendly and stuff. As the holidays come along, people may want to look at getting journals for the holidays. Okay, so do I want to trim that? You don't know. I'll set that aside for now. We'll figure that out later. This one I actually could fold up to make a pocket. That might be cute. So let's try to get it to 7.5 here. Still a little too long. Right there. All right. A little bit more. There we go. Okay, so yeah, we'll fold this up rather than cutting it to make it a pocket. And then, okay, so this way we need to go 4.5. I'll have a little scrap, and then this way we need to be 7.5. And we are just about there, but let me just take a little nip off the top in case. I think I will get ready to go out soon. I've been in the house a lot more this week than usual because I've just had so many things to do, and I've had like phone calls and appointments and just busy. Not my usual kind of leisure time self when I'm not working. I try to get out and do stuff, but yeah, with the new dog and everything, it's just been a lot of sort of adjusting our schedules and trying to get my kids adjusted too, and birthdays. We took my daughter to, I don't know if I mentioned this in the last video, but she's a little bit into doing, she likes a few different little video games right now, so we took her video game shopping yesterday, and that was so fun. It was like our first time ever kind of going into like a video game store. So we took her to like a GameStop, and you know, she's little, right? So she's just having a blast. She's like, oh wow, they've got Super Mario. Oh wow, look, they have Sonic the Hedgehog. And you know, she's looking at all the stuffed animals and she's just loving it. And I think the people in the store were just kind of really enjoying her presence, because she's a little joy maker, that girl. I think most parents say the same kind of brags about their kids, and I get it, but kids really have a way of making you feel like it's so special to The simplest things are so special. And she is a joy maker. She was all excited to talk to the girl working in the store. She's like, whoa, you work here? You must get to play a lot of games. And, you know, it was really funny. Let's have a look at this side and make sure I'm not trimming anything. Yeah, that's good. And then we head over here to the 4.5. That's what I want. Yes. Okay. I'll keep some of these fun scraps to make ephemera with probably, but I'll also use some in my my creativity sampler. I haven't been making videos with that lately. I've still been using it. I just haven't been making videos lately with it. But I may again do that. Let me know your thoughts if you like following that creativity sampler. I can definitely do like an update, and maybe I will do document this book in there with you. So we got a back of the car kind of divider to keep the dog in the hatch of our SUV yesterday. My husband got that installed. He's really cute though. When we only have one of the kids with us, he wants to sit in the other car seat because both my kids are still in car seats. So that's what he's been doing, but we have to prepare for when both kids are in the car. We don't want him to jump over the back of the seat because he is a jumper. That is for sure. He has a few bad habits right now, like standing up on the counter and jumping on people and that kind of thing. So we've got to get him sorted out. Meal times are the toughest because beagles are so nose driven, food driven. Okay. All right, and now we're on to the digitals here. So we'll trim those down. To this end. And I didn't do it this time, but one thing to remember when you're making a smaller format book, you can trim your digitals, like on your computer, you can print them at like, 80% or whatever, and then you won't have to trim so much. It's not so important with these ones because these ones are just like pattern paper, but if you have something in the corner, like say we had a little fox here or something, you don't want to lose that motif, right? So you can print it at a smaller percentage and then you don't lose your digital asset there. All right. Alrighty, so that is that. And holy moly, do we ever have lots of scraps. So let's see what's useful. Maybe I'll just take all of it and just set it aside in the tray, which is somewhere around here. Or did I not start a tray for this yet? Let me grab one second. Have a project tray for all the things. I'll just take my note there. Okay. Oops. I wanted to take a look at this. These are things I need to put in. I want to use these up later. And then I have this knitted thing that I made a long time ago, this little knitted garment. It's like a little scarf, and I have way too many. And I think I'm going to make like a journal cover or something with this one. It's beautiful Noro yarn. Yeah, that's other stuff that I need to deal with. Put these over here. And then I wanted to check in here for die cuts. If I have, oh yeah, one of those. I want to use some die cuts in this book. One of those. And what's this one? Time Traveler. Not exactly. Those are pretty. Little keyhole, little doily. Maybe that one. It's a cute little mushroom. It's the same colors, but I don't know if mushrooms are really what I'm looking for here. I may go with this. Actually, that's really cute. Both sides are quite nice. Alright, so yeah, those will be the die cuts that I choose. Is there anything blue? Maybe that would be neat. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay. And now I can put my die cuts away because they are jamming up my space here. Okay. So let's try to sort out a few things. This is all for ephemera making, so we'll set it aside. Now, these are these the ones? No, that's not. Are these the ones? No, the other ones are. These are the ones that I want to use in the book. So let's just sort them into an order. So this is the first one. Okay, and then we're going to build 5 signatures here. So this is going to be not necessarily the front page, but I have to figure out what I want. I know I need a few more pages for this, and I'm going to have to trim this one down. It's too long. So we've got a bit of space to take off. So let's just put this here and see. Does it impact the picture? No. Okay. I think it will mess up where I wrote 1929, but that, or 1924, but that's fine. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, that's better. Okay. I'm wondering if I could fold this the opposite direction or not. I don't think I can because we'll lose that border. Yeah, because it's a fly page, so they're like glued together with a bit of a, this kind of thing. I don't know if I can fold that inward and glue it down. I think I might do that. And then it might allow me to make a different fold or just get rid of some of this. You know what I might do is actually, I might just washi tape these 2 pages together so it's nicer. I don't like dealing with all the dry glue and the annoying fold that it makes, these pages, when they glue the fly page on. Let's just crumble that away. We don't need this. I know this might stress people out to watch, but trust me, it's just going to be better. It's going to be better. I just want to nick this with my blade. There we go. Okay. Then we need a washi tape, and I just want a really normal one. I don't want anything too flashy. And I'm only going to do the back. You don't need to washi tape both sides, not at all. But, you know, use glue on your washi because you don't want it to come up. Some washi's good, it all depends. Like if you get, Scotch makes washi tape that's specifically not for what do they call it, like repositioning. It says that right on the washi tape. I've only ever found it a couple of times. And then there's another one that I have that's like the same, and I forget what brand it is, but okay. There we go. And that's just going to fit better together, no matter where I decide to put it in the book. See, we get a nice, neat crease rather than a messy one. Okay. And then I also have the option to do this, which is great, because I would like to have it this way instead. Okay. And get rid of all that gnarly dried out paper. Then, so that's that one. That's one signature. Now we will go to the next signature here and check how much space. Yeah, so I just need to lose this section where the text isn't. There we go. That's that one. This will probably be like the fourth signature. There we go. And then let's say this is the third. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5. And each of these now have 2 pages. So let's keep going here. 3. 3. And 4. I'll pop that one in there. 4. One of these is missing one of those white papers, so I have to figure that out. 4. Be this one maybe? Nope. This one. Actually, I think I want that to be the second page. The book plate can go second page. Okay. Alright, and then the cabbage dyed pages, so there's one of those for each signature. And then put this one in. And we'll go with an avocado in here. Hold on. We have 2 of those in there for some reason. That's not what we want. That comes out. This goes in. This one. Does it have one of those digitals? Yes. Okay. That's okay. Does it have a cabbage? No. Okay. So cabbage die. This one, it does not have one of those digitals, so we can put that in there. And a cabbage dyed. Okay, and then we have one more of these. I'll put that in here, I think. And then I think I have more pages I'm going to need to pull together, but that's a little bit of a start anyhow. So I will probably add more tea-dyed paper and a few more interesting pages that are like, you know, have some images and things on them, and then we will have our signatures. Just need to check the height of this again. I think I may need to trim some of these again. Let me see. Oh, you know what? It's the original pages of the book. That's so funny. Usually I'm used to them being too wide, but too long is new. I don't know if they're just a little discombobulated. I'll play with that later. But so yeah, we've got a little bit of a start, and now we move on to the ephemera. Once I get the rest of the pages, I'll probably do that on my own time, but let's look at these pockets. Let's see how, oh, those are gonna be so pretty once I get them all trimmed up and stuff. Yeah, so okay, that is Macaria for right now. We've gotten a nice little start, and I will continue working on her. I'm really excited to make ephemera from this Weldon's journal. It's just going to be a lot of fun because there's really cool stuff in here. Yeah. I might put some recipe pages in here too. That could be nice, right? So, okay, that's it for me for now. I hope you have a wonderful day. Your weekend is coming if it's not already here, and we will talk again very soon. Bye for now.